Sweeney Has Great Jeans, or Great Jeans. A new American Eagle campaign went viral, praised, criticized, and even accused of echoing Nazi propaganda. But what's the purpose, driven truth, behind it? Let's review the campaign. The new Fall 2025 American Eagle campaign stars Sydney Sweeney in a stylized denim ad titled Sydney Sweeney Has Great Jeans. It launched with flashy activations, Times Square 3D billboards, the Las Vegas Sphere, Snapchat filters, and Be Real takeovers. The campaign's pun on jeans versus jeans stirred up online chatter and backlash. Let's look at this from a social and financial reaction. American Eagle stock jumped over 15%, adding nearly $400 million in value. Some fans praised Sydney's confidence in the campaign's boldness, but critics called it tone-deaf and even dangerously close to eugenic messaging, pointing to Sydney's blue eyes, blonde hair, and the great jeans narrative. Diversity advocates questioned the campaign's broader inclusivity. So let's review this from a purpose-driven lens. What worked? Now, 100% of the proceeds from the limited edition Sydney jean go to crisis text line supporting mental health and domestic violence awareness. The butterfly stitching was meant to symbolize transformation and healing. However, what was missed? The message was lost in the pun. For many, the play on jeans felt exclusionary, celebrating beauty standards aligned with privilege and history. Critics say it lacked a diverse, community-centered execution. Was this the first time something like this has been done? No, let's look back at Brooke Shields. This is the first time a denim ad crossed the line between clever and controversial. In 1980, Brooke Shields, just 15 years old, started a now iconic Calvin Klein ad saying, "You know what it comes between me and my Calvins? Nothing." That one line sparked outrage and drew bans from multiple networks, with critics accusing Calvin Klein of sexualizing a minor. But the controversy worked. The brand saw a massive sales surge, and Shields became a fashion icon almost overnight. But let's look at then versus now. Both campaigns used shock value to fuel virality. But in 1980, the outrage stemmed from sexual suggestiveness. In 2025, it's tied to racial and genetic undertones. For Brooke Shields, the fallout lasted years. She was heavily scrutinized and even testified before Congress about child exploitation in the media. Sydney Sweeney, though older, now faces a different kind of cultural heat, navigating the politics of privilege and representation in marketing. So what's the key takeaway? Both campaigns highlighted how fashion brands often trade in provocation. But without grounding that provocation in a clear, inclusive purpose, the impact can overshadow the intent. So what's the final takeaway? American Eagle clearly had purpose-driven intentions, partnering with a beloved celebrity and tying in charitable giving. But when your message is wrapped in a pun that evokes exclusion or elitism, even unintentionally, you risk alienating the very people you hope to reach. So what does authentic purpose of fashion look like? One that elevates all stories, all people, and all communities. Let's make sure the only thing coming between us and our jeans is a shared sense of humanity.